Welcome back to Facing the Crowd. We are chatting to Tshepho Mosiedi. He's the director of TMMBS Accountants. Now, Tshepho, looking back at your childhood, what was life like growing up for you?
Life was very nice. It was not stressful. Sometimes you wish you can go back. That's how hectic it gets. So that's how hectic it gets. So growing up, especially in the township, it's very fun. You play soccer after school. You just chill with friends at the corner. You're just having fun. But now, you know, when you start growing up, it's a bit hectic. But I really enjoyed growing up in Kagiso because I can say I'm fortunate that I grew up in a township that has a lot of facilities. So I was a sporty person. I was doing cricket. I didn't do well. I used to run. I didn't do well. I played soccer. I think I tried.
You tried? Okay.
Yeah. So for me, I was like a sporty person growing up, yeah.
And looking back, I mean, what did younger Tshepho want to become as he was growing up? What was your childhood dream?
I've always wanted to be in business, eh?
Wow.
I've always wanted to be in business, but then I didn't want to be an accountant. I wanted to be in marketing because I love coming up with great concepts. I love selling. That's why I was saying my strong point is that I have an entrepreneurial spirit.
Yes.
So I love selling. I love coming out with fascinating ideas. So growing up, I was always like that because I remember, you know, when you're in the township, there's something that they call maraga. You know, it's a small market in the corner.
Yes.
And then you just chill there with your snacks and so forth. So I attempted that when I was in primary. You know, in primary you sell sweets. Obviously in primary we used to sell sweets as a non-credit. So you learn such things. We used to sell sweets on credit. I'd write you maybe down 10 cents. You know, after lunch,
yes.
Kids are craving, they don't have money. So
yes.
you write them down 10 cents and stuff like that. And then tomorrow morning, you start collecting your 1 rand, your 2 rand. After school, then you go, you buy from the cash and carry, you come back, you do your sports, yeah. So that's how it was for me.
Growing up, I mean, who's played a really pivotal role in your life? Who's influenced you into the man or the character that you're helping to hone within yourself today?
I can say it's my mom. Because I was raised by a single parent, so my mom has been the one person who's always supported me, always giving me advices. She wanted the best for me.
Yeah.
So I can say in my life she's that person. Because even when I was doing like 16, when I was doing dustbin cleaning, sometimes I'd finish around 8 p.m. at night. So my mom after work, she would come and assist me. And then so that we can deliver the dustbins and stuff. So she was the one who...
She was your biggest cheerleader.
Yeah. she was. That's why I love her so much.
Tshepho, growing up though, I mean, you mentioned life in township was really exciting. Kagiso had some facilities, so you could obviously dabble in quite a few things, sport, as you mentioned.
That's correct.
What would you say were some of the challenges you faced growing up though? If not within the community, maybe personal limitations that you had to overcome?
I think it's peer pressure. So even the gangs, the alcohol, the party life and stuff like that, because you get exposed to such when you're in the township, and it's very easy to join like gangs. It's very easy to be involved in alcohol activities and so forth. But for me, I think I've always had that spirit to say, you know what, I'm going to be successful because I'm from a disadvantaged background. And most of my friends were from well-off backgrounds. So I always told myself, this is where I want to be. So I remember I think it was in grade 11, I told myself, I'm going to stop this party life. I'm going to stop this drinking. And even my mom was very strict to say, you're no longer going to do these things. Started focusing on my books, matric, I got good grades. That's how I managed to go to university and study accountancy. So for me, it always has been that thing. But I think, yeah, the party life, those kind of things, the peer pressure, joining gangs, because there was a time when we were still in high school, those things were very, very rife. Yeah. Everyone was joining those things. So for me, I just chose to channel that energy into studying and opening a business.
All work and no play, Tshepho. How do you unwind? How do you let loose? How do you rejuvenate yourself to keep going? Because your hours are not 9 to 5. They are pretty strenuous.
Very. Recently, I just adopted a healthy lifestyle, so I go to the gym almost every day. And also, I subscribe for, I don't know if I can mention the name of it's Netflix. So I subscribe for Netflix. On Saturdays, I don't do anything. I
Netflix and chill.
Yeah, I just do Netflix with my girlfriend, and then we just chill. Yeah, that's what I do, just to unwind.
We spoke to a few of your colleagues who work alongside you, but now we managed to speak to a few people who know you on the more personal side.
Yeah.
And this is what they had to say about you.
Hi, my name is Riketa and I'm Tshepho's girlfriend.
Hi, I'm Tshepho P. I'm Tshepho Mosiedi's best friend.
I met Tshepho at varsity 5 years ago. Well, he said he saw me going across the road, but then I don't know because I didn't see him. But then the following day, he introduced himself, I introduced myself, and yeah, we've known each other ever since.
We met up at high school. It was 2008. Actually, we started playing soccer together, but by then we were not friends. You know, we were not fond of each other. How our relationship started? It started at school at Musupatsela. That's when we started our relationship because we were sharing same dreams, same visions.
Tshepho is very sweet, very humble, very caring. He's not really a person that goes out a lot. He likes to stay indoors, and he's a problem solver in business and out of business.
Tshepho is a very humble person. He's a very, very humble person. He's very down to earth. He's articulate. He's a go-getter. If he wants something, he makes sure that he gets it. He works on a time frame, he sets goals, and he goes straight after them.
I've learned a lot from Tshepho. I've learned to solve a lot of issues, and in my academics as well, because I'm also studying, and also starting up my business as well. He's also mentoring me and helping me. So he's that kind of a person. He likes to help a lot of people. He likes to engage in conversation that will uplift others.
What I've learned from him, more especially, is that in life you have to be humble. You don't actually have to carry yourself up there and say, you know what, I know it all. You just have to do your thing and learn as life goes on, as you proceed in life.
There's a lot of loving sweet memories. He's the kind of a person that likes to buy flowers, chocolate. He likes taking me out, and he also likes hanging out with me. He's very funny. People don't know that about him. He's very, very funny.
During our spare time, you know, guys, we go out, we chill out, maybe we buy food. He doesn't drink. He doesn't drink. We chill out, maybe we hang out with other friends of ours. Then we start talking about soccer, we start talking about politics. You know, guy talks, yes.
I wish him all the success in life. I wish that he may prosper, especially in his businesses, because he's got a lot of businesses that he's into, and he's got a vision for his company. And I know that everything will go well because he's a person that prays a lot. He draws his strength from God. I wish that everything that he dreams of, everything that he desires comes to pass.
I would like to see him grow more and more in his space. He loves accounting so much. He's an entrepreneur. He likes venturing into other aspects of businesses. You know, I've worked along with him. You know, he carries himself nicely. The challenges that comes his way, he knows how to tackle them. What I wish for him is that he must grow more and more to be a humble person that he is towards people.
With the tools that you've garnered as a tax practitioner, I know some of the barriers to entry that many entrepreneurs face is the ability to maintain cash flow.
Yes.
What has your experience been with regards to that? And if you haven't had that problem, how have you managed to maintain that cash flow so that it doesn't hinder your operations?
No, we've had that problem, eh? We've had that problem. For you to grow, you obviously have to get a team, you have to pay that team, you have to pay your rent and so forth. And then if you don't have clients that can be able to give you maybe like a monthly premium or monthly retainer that can be able to sustain those things or equal your budget, you end up going under deficit, having to borrow money from friends, family. Sometimes you default on car payments. So I remember last year, we as much as I'm in the accounting field, I was exposed into the construction sector. So we did a project on the side, and then I was supposed to put money in that project, and I was supposed to sustain TMMBS accountants. I couldn't do both. My car was repossessed. They repossessed my car, so it was a hectic time, because now you have to be on foot, and you're not used to it. You have to use taxis, but fortunately, I got a few clients and I managed to get the car back. But the cash flow part is very hectic.
And during such challenges, how do you maintain that mindset of not giving up and not allowing your current circumstances to dictate the end results that you're after?
I think you must just pray. Prayer helps. So I was praying a lot. I remember when the car was repossessed, I prayed to God to give me like few clients that can help me to pay for that car. And I think it was 2 days or a day after, I got a client that said, I want to give you 3 companies. You have to prepare financial statements and stuff like that for those companies and do the taxes for those companies. And I managed to get the car back. And then the other thing, I listened to a lot of motivational talks. So it's like your Eric Thomas, your Les Brown. So those guys, they always motivate me. That's why I'm saying it was. I don't think even the failures were going to defeat me, because I was enjoying those failures because I'm learning.
Looking back at your entrepreneurial journey, you have definitely picked up many pearls of wisdom.
Yes.
What's that one lesson, looking back, you would have hoped to have honed that you obviously have managed to implement now?
I can say it's the work ethic.
Oh, okay.
I can say it's the work ethic. You really need to work hard. When you're in business, you're not supposed to, you can't lazy around. A lot of business people, they don't have a social life for a reason. When you're still in the foundation phase, everything you have to put it in the business. You have to reinvest your energy in the business, reinvest your money in the business. So it has always been, I think for me, work ethic. That's what puts me number one. So I know when I say I'm working, if they say they give us maybe 5 days together, I'll make sure I finish in 3 if you finish in 5, so that I know my client will be happy. So there's always been like that.
What are your top 3 tips for entrepreneurs you're watching that want to enter the space, that want to operate as entrepreneurs? What would you impart to them today?
I can say, number 1, turn your passion into profits. I know a lot of people that they are passionate about something, but they do it for free and then they don't grow. So I'd say turn your passion into profits. Number 2, I can say have an entrepreneurial spirit. Like live entrepreneurship, love entrepreneurship. Whatever you do, let it be entrepreneurship because you're in the space. And then number 3, I can say they must always reinvest every little cent that I have in the business, because that's the only way you can grow. I know a lot of people who make money, go and spend it on clothes, cars and stuff like that, and it never works. For you to grow your brand so that it can be big, you must keep on reinvesting every cent that you have and never give up. The last one I can say, it's never give up. Just enjoy the journey. It's very hard, but love it. Let the failures excite you, the downfalls excite you, and you'll make it.
And with that mindset, I mean, the future is definitely bright for TMMBS accountants.
Yes.
What can we expect from you and from the firm at large?
We have a Pan-African vision, which is to have branches or practices all over Africa. We want to open up the industry to more black accountants to be able to practice. We don't just want them to go work for KPMG. We want them to start their own KPMG. If not, or the other accounting brands. If not, they can come join TMMBS accountants, have their own practices wherever you are, Malawi, Zimbabwe. So we trying to say we want to be a world-class African-owned accounting firm. So in 10 years, you can expect us in Nigeria, Ghana, and so forth.
Yes. And for you personally?
For me personally,
what's your legacy?
What's
your legacy?
My legacy is transforming the accounting industry. Building more entrepreneurs, because I'm very passionate when it comes to investing in like entrepreneurs that are from the township. For me, my legacy is just seeing black people prosper.
Tshepho, thank you for making time to chat with us today. We wish you all the best with your future endeavors, and we can't wait to see that Pan-African vision come into fruition. So all the best.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
There's nothing more enriching than seeing the township economy thrive through businesses like TMMBS Accountants. That is all we have for you this week. From myself, Liesl Wilson, and the rest of the team, it is goodbye for now.